We've just moved to town about 6 months ago, and I work from home for a software company. My husband also does a lot of technology consulting, and one of the issues we found was that the infrastructure for IT in Lone Oak is so poor that we're having to buy multiple internet connections just so I can do my job. So my question is, what are your plans in terms of bringing in, even infrastructure for IT, that's a decade old?
Thank you. Welcome to Lone Oak.
No, I haven't heard.
Candidates, so the question is, do you have any ideas or plans for internet infrastructure improvements?
The feeling is true, it's real, I understand. However, that's not something that I have experience with, so I really don't have an answer or a solution.
I don't have just a whole lot of knowledge in that field, but I do feel like that it is something that needs to be looked into and something that needs to be corrected.
I don't have a lot of knowledge on it either, but I asked the Cumbie guys when they're gonna put what's that called, Gordon? Fiber optic line to my house. And so far, they're looking at doing some other stuff first. It's been a couple years since I asked them. But there are plans to run some fiber optic lines. Well, Cumbie has fiber optics run into Lone Oak, they just don't have it branched out.
Oh, yeah, no, we tried to pay to dig or dig it ourselves to put it in.
But it could be better. I can't complain too much, and I work from home. But I don't do software, I just do email.
Thank you, Wes. Thank you.
I think we had briefly discussed this before, but I actually have a lot of experience in this area because this is what my business does. We build communication towers. So the answer to your question is I'm working with 2 different companies to bring more internet and more communications into Lone Oak. I have a 70-foot tower and a 50-foot tower currently that we are going to be raising to 100 to 150 foot, which will be a lot more inviting to more companies and more prospects in the near future.
Thank you, Nikki.
And that being a very true statement, we do need more options. All we have is Cumbie-Tel, and there does need to be a lot more options. And that is going to be something that I will need to learn too, because if I may, do we have a contract with only Cumbie-Tel? What is the real reasoning that
That's all we have right now.
is a contract with Cumbie-Tel
Yeah.
that we don't have the options of having, like even your dish, you have dish, but you can't have dish internet or, things like that. So yes, it does need to be brought up. I mean, even the cell phone service is terrible here too, so that does go hand in hand. But yes, we do need more options, definitely, and that would help benefit you if we have more options.
Thank you, candidates. Are there any other questions from the committee? That's it? No?
I have a question on the internet stuff again.
You only get 2 questions.
But who does the school's internet? Because I'm sure they have the best internet. Is that with Cumbie? Is that?
I don't know, but that would be a question you could ask the candidates and your mayor and your council after.
It's just an option. The school obviously has the best stuff that there is. That's why our taxes are so high.
It's still only got $5 up.
Okay, well, if that's all the questions that we have for our candidates, great job, candidates. I think you both did a good, or you all 3 times did a great job. All of you did a great job. I just can't count. And thank everybody for coming. I encourage you to stick around and ask your questions in more detail. Oh, we gotta do closing.
She did ride the bus and sit in the back, so.
I did, and I was late. I'm always late. All right, so we have closing statements. So we're going to start with Angel. Would you like to do your closing statement?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, thank you all for being here tonight. I appreciate this many people, we don't typically get this many people, ever. I'd just like you guys to know that we've been here for a while. We are raising 3 kids. They plan on staying here for a while. I'm very active with our youth. I'm a surrogate for our College Street campus kiddos. I'm an ambassador for Community Seeds, as well as my children and my husband, and we'll continue to serve this community in any way that we can. So I appreciate your vote. Y'all have a great day.
I've had a vested interest in Lonoke for over 50 years, and I can say without a doubt, the council that you have right now is one of the best councils you've ever had. And that's saying a lot. And Lonoke has problems now, but they've had horrible problems in the past, so it's getting better. I appreciate you being here. Appreciate your vote.
More prepared statements. When you talk to people from Lonoke, a lot of the older folks will tell you how Lonoke used to be, the heyday of what Lonoke used to be. I've even heard somebody recently tell me that Lonoke was going to be the county seat for Hunt County. You have a hard time seeing that now. I, along with most of the city council that you have currently seated, and I'm sure that anybody else would be the same way, we would like to get Lonoke back to that stature in the Hunt County community. We'd like to have events in Lonoke that bring people from Greenville and Commerce to Lonoke instead of us going to them. That's the vision I have for our little town here. One of the things that I feel is very important to remember is the traditions. That's one of the things. We can move forward, but we got to be careful not to forget where we came from. Somebody had mentioned to me that when they have a Christmas parade or stuff like that, they used to have a street dance. So if you were about on Christmas, when we had our Christmas parade, we had a dance. Not very many people showed up, but that's not going to deter me from doing it again next year. If I'm elected. I don't plan to compete as, getting the events going. I don't think we're competing with Greenville and Commerce with our events and other things. We're offering an alternative. For example, for our Christmas parade, if you want, I think Greenville and Quinlan were having their events on the same night. If you want to go to Greenville and be in a crowd of 2,000 to 5,000 people, that's great. If you want to come to Lonoke, and if we get 400 people, we have a really good turnout. So you kind of see the difference. And that's what I'm hoping to do. Thanks.
Thank you.
Most of you know me, most of you know my background. I would like for you all to keep one thing in mind. This is a vote. This is not a popularity contest. This is not about who we like, who we think is cute. This is about who is better qualified or the most qualified to make decisions for your town. And that's what I'd like you to keep in mind. Who do you think would be the best choices, to make decisions in your town, and who you think will bring it to the next level?
I don't think anything has changed since the last time I was on council, other than the fact that I do feel rejuvenated and ready to be back with my fellow council members, if I can be. I have always took stands for what I believed in, whether it was right or wrong. I've always stood my ground, even if I was wrong, and tried to learn the right way. Let people talk to me, let people give me advice. When they blow up my social media, when they talk to me and they're wondering why so-and-so's doing this and so-and-so's doing that, or can we change this, or can we fix that, or can you help me do this, I've always done it. Whether or not I 100% agreed with it or not, I've tried to follow my heart. I've tried to help in this community. I've tried to be a major voice in this community, especially for what I feel is right in my own heart. I want to be back on city council, and I really hope that you choose write-in candidate when the day comes and put my name in that spot. Thank you all and have a good night.
I think there are some very excellent candidates here, and I hope you guys get out and vote and make the best choice that you can. I just want you to remember that Lone Oak is a very beautiful town. I lived here once, and I would live here again. And I think you've got the best schools. I think it's pretty. I just think that every town struggles, and everybody should know that. Go vote.
American.
All right, thank you very much, candidates. That was great. You did a great job tonight. Good luck on the vote, the election in May. Okay, guests are invited to stay and speak for the candidates one-on-one and enjoy some refreshments over here. Thank you.